Alright, what's up everybody? Afflicted Gamer here, and welcome back to another Division 2 video. So, it's been ages since I have released a build video, but I've been mixing and matching things to try to change up my playstyle to have a little bit of fun, to be totally honest with all of you here in the Division 2, because I've been a little bit bored. I finished the summit, and I've got Ridgeway's Pride. I have no reason to go back. But I do like the exotics and I like the new gear set, so I've been changing some stuff up and this is what I came up with. So let's go ahead and jump right in. As you can see, yes, I am using Hunter's Fury, and I know that there are a million Hunter's Fury builds out there, and they're pretty much all good. Let's face it, Hunter's Fury is by far one of the better gear sets we've seen here in the Division 2. But I'm using it in a different way than I think you would expect. So let's go ahead and break everything down. For those of you that don't know what Hunter's Fury does, quick summary, especially for this build, right now I've got plus 15% extra SMG damage for the 2-piece bonus. I don't have a shotgun on, so I'm not really going to count that. 3 pieces, you've got plus 20% armor on kill and plus 100% health on kill. And most importantly, Apex Predator. Enemies within 15 meters receive a debuff, amplifying your weapon damage against them by 20%. Killing a debuffed enemy with your weapon disorients other enemies within 5 meters and amplifies weapon damage by 5% for 10 seconds, and that stacks up to 5 times. Now, if you pair that with my weapon of choice, my longtime favorite, Pestilence, we've got Plague of the Outcasts. Hits apply a debuff, dealing 100% weapon damage over 10 seconds. This stacks up to 50 times. Whenever an enemy dies with the debuff, all stacks are transferred to a nearby enemy within 25 meters. That's a pretty big radius. Now, I've got the Banshee on because it has preservation on it, and I quite frankly just like this SMG. You can change that for another one if you don't like this one. But the reason why I kept it on is for preservation. Killing an enemy repairs 10% armor over 5 seconds. Headshot kills improve the repair by an additional 10%. Because I'm typically playing solo, and yes, I was playing solo with this build. I needed to find a way to get my armor back because I don't have Unbreakable or anything like that on. So this is for that. The pistol is only here for the skill tier and for the simple fact that I honestly like the card 45 here. It's a pretty good pistol. Moving on down to the other pieces of gear and of course the stats on the Hunter's Fury. First we're going to go to the Vile Mask because I'm sure people might be wondering, what are you doing with that? Well, as you can see on the attributes, we've got status effects, hazard protection, I've got a skill haste mod in there, and then the talent. Status effects also apply a damage over time debuff for 10 seconds, toxic delivery. Total damage dealt is equal to 50% of your concussion grenade damage and increased by your status effect attributes. So I've got a debuff from this, I've got a debuff from Pestilence, and I have a debuff from Apex Predator, trying to weaken the enemies and kill them with status effects, and if that doesn't work, the extra weapon damage should do the trick. Now on the chest piece, I actually re-rolled the weapon damage for armor because I felt a little bit too squishy. I've got status effects which came on it. That's actually how the whole thing sprung up. That's where the idea came from. And 11.2% skill haste for the mod. And I kept the chest piece as well for Endless Hunger. Increases the duration of Apex Predator stacks from 10 seconds to 30 seconds. So I took a holster and I re-rolled my crit damage to status effects, but I kept the weapon damage. I did the same thing for the knee pads. I did the same thing for the gloves. And then the backpack here, I picked up Golan gear. This was the best one that I had for the, of course, plus 10% status effects. I've got armor on it. I have armor regen, skill haste, and a skill haste mod along with Perfectly Wicked. Applying a status effect increases total weapon damage by 18% for 27 seconds. So, and you could re-roll the skill haste if you want to for more status effects, but I really like getting my skills back in about 3 seconds. So if you take a look at my Stinger Hive here, refill speed 3.7 seconds, 14 charges, 8.8 meters. Yeah, so I mean, with a few mods, you can change that down to say 10 charges and a 5-second refill speed, but you get a bigger duration. again, you can mix and match the mods however you like. The specialization, I went with the technician for the skill tree for the most part, and of course, got the concussion grenade on right there, and the repair drone to keep me alive as I'm running solo. Now, these are only, the skills are at tier 2, so if you wanted to sacrifice some armor or a little bit of damage, you could, and you could bump up the skill tiers, making the skills and the status effects even stronger. But the choice is yours. Like I said, this is just a template for you guys to build upon and change things out however you wish. But yeah, this is what I'm using. I'm going to show you some gameplay of myself in a solo heroic mission in District Union, just to show you that yes, it does work. But yeah, I've honestly been having a lot of fun with this, so I hope that you guys enjoy it. Give it a try if you got the pieces. Of course, let me know what you think of it down in the comments section. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Consider subscribing for more Division 2 content, and you can always follow me over on Twitter at AfflictedGamer. Alright, let's go ahead and get into the bit of the gameplay. Okay, so here I am at the beginning part of District Union Arena on Heroic. If I had a teammate, even just one, and say for example that teammate was a healer, I could take off my healing drone, put on say for example Pulse, and I would have another status effect to apply to these enemies. There's so many different things that you can do and change up with this build, whether you're solo or in a team. You can do these heroic missions with this build, no problem. As you can see, I'm doing this one here. Don't know how I missed that little exploding little Tonka truck car, whatever they want to call them. But yeah, anyhow. Preservation on the SMGs, I was playing a little bit reckless, a little bit careless because I wanted to get hurt. I wanted to see preservation proc. I wanted to see how much survivability I had with 1.1 million armor. You know, things of that nature before I went ahead and released this. So, but overall, I'm pretty happy. Like I said, it's an enjoyable and, well, for me especially, a different type of build to use. The one thing that I get the most satisfaction from is seeing the enemy so weakened by the debuffs and the status effects where I'm not even shooting at them, and I get to see their health continuously drop until they fall to the ground. It's really, really cool. So I do hope you guys enjoy the build if you try it, and if you do, of course, let me know down in the comments section. Other than that, I'll leave you guys with the rest of the gameplay. I believe I saw it before I finish off the entire first main hallway. Just there's no need to have this running through the entire mission, or else you guys would be here for another 10 or 15 minutes or whatever it is afterwards. So, but yeah, this just shows you that the build does work. And again, let me know what you think of it. I'll see you guys soon in the next video.